Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a very interesting video. We are going to do a comparison video. This is Bandai's full pay. The other day I picked up, that's right, Himberly, the Ranger Slayer, as I know her. This is the Boom Studio one by Hasbro. These are Bandai. We're going to open her up and we're going to do a comparison between thicknesses and everything else on here. So I pre-cut the box a little bit because, well, that's why I didn't want all the noise. But there you go. And plus, I wanted to keep the back because I am planning to give this away. So I'm gonna give this away when I get 500 subscribers. We'll do some kind of like spin the wheel kind of thing or something. I'll figure it out, but we'll give it away. So let's take a review of this. And yes, I'm knocking down the Rangers. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to review it with Himberly versus Kimberly. And yeah, the only thing I'm missing with Kimberly is the gun. I actually have her bow right here. So we're going to zoom in here. We're going to look at these and compare them. Let's go. So here we go. They're all in human mode. So let's go automorph the two Kimberlys. So to do this one, you just have to use the morpher, and even as a kid, I would have to reset it. So, not a big deal, but the idea of this was pretty basic. Now, let's go for Himberly. Let's see if I can get Kimberly to stand up, but okay, let's go for Himberly. Now, Himberly is built different. There is a, like, belt buckle here, and it's very detailed. But you don't use it. Now, when I first opened this up, I was trying to figure out how to automorph this one. And there's a little switch back here. And you literally click it. But it doesn't click very easily. So the head gets stuck, as you can see. You have to actually really push it out and it bounces. Now, not a big deal. Okay, so let's look at articulation side by side. So this arm goes up, goes down, goes back, forward. Elbow joint is up to a 90, as you can see. And she's got a little swivel here, as you can see. Nothing on the wrist, so that's really cool. So we're gonna leave her like this. For the leg, we can go out. We can go 90. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We can go way back. I don't know what the point of that would have been, but could, so you can do some weird, like, demon kind of thing. Does have a bend down, so that's pretty cool. And nothing back, you can't go back, so that's a downer, but overall, not too bad. Let's look at Bandai's Kimberly. So Bandai's Kimberly can do a 90, as you can see here, and go all the way up as well, all the way down, all the way around. So that's not too bad. You can hear how clicky it is because how old it is. 90 degrees out, 90 degrees back. That's it. There is no farther back than that. There is no leg out. Now, as you can tell, the old Bandai ones were all screws. All the hinges were pretty much screws besides this one. This one was different, but there was a lot of screws to be put into these things, so there wasn't as much articulation in general, and that's okay. But overall, for articulation, I would have to say Hasbro wins for sure. It has more articulation. The height of these two, if you stand them straight up to each other, they look like Hasbro's is just a bit. Let's do this. It's just a bit taller than Bandai's. And that's not a big deal. Okay. Facial rays. Of course, this is Boom Studio, so it's going to look different than that. So yeah, now let's get into the weapons. So, I do not have the gun for this one. I do have the bow, though. So, this blaster will automatically fit perfectly in here. Like so, or like so. It works fine. in Kimberly's. Can it fit in Kimberly's? Yes, it can. So that works fine. So if you want a replacement, you can find these guys cheap. Actually, I just bought this guy not too long ago, and it cost me a whole $10. I was very surprised. Okay, let's look at how easy it is to put the weapon in hand. And I'm going to actually do it this way. And it looks like it's pretty much just a slip in. Perfect, no problem. Let's see if it fits into Kimberly's hand. And I don't think it will because the way these are made. Kimberly's hand had these little pegs in it, but these did not. But I guess if you can do it, but it doesn't actually hold. As you can see, if you move, it drops out. So let's compare the bows now. Now there's that hole, okay? The hole right there. So Kimberly can literally plug it in and it will never drop out of her hands. It looks pretty good. And you can put it in either way. You know, you can put it in either hand. So you can do this and actually have it like she was actually gonna fire the bow or whatever. Looks good. Let's look at Himberly's Power Slayer. It is a little different because of the arch here. As you can see, they are a little different. But I was expecting that because, you know, Boom Studios is different than Bandai's. But the cool thing is, see, these are where they would attach the power weapons to. And you still have that option here. You still have those attachments here if you wanted to. Now, as far as I know, the original Dragon Slayer didn't have bad Rangers at all, besides the Black Ranger, so I don't know what these connections for. But again, I never read the Boom Studios. So when it comes to articulation, of course, Dragon Slayer, aka Himberly, would win. For automorphing, I really prefer this one. I do like the idea that I can actually automorph back, and this one does not. But when it comes to it, this automorphing is a lot easier. It's just a click of a button. This one you gotta hold down and really push. So, I mean, if you're pushing it a lot, it goes really easy, but this one wins. I do like the look of this. Now, the other thing about this is this body is thicker than this one. So, just be aware, this is thicker. Now, like I said, Bandai's is full of screws, and this only has 3 screws. And, of course, you're going to need screws anyways, but there's the 3 there that's on here. But Bandai has a lot more on it, even in the helmet. There's one in the helmet, too, on this one. So, the backside is a 1-for-1 besides the legs. So, Himberly doesn't have that on the legs. Himberly doesn't have these screws in the elbows either. I do still prefer the chest plate there, inside of the belt buckle there, because it's really hard to see on the belt buckle. Where on Kimberly from Bandai has the label or the coin right there. Now, that is pretty much the review. I would say, overall, I still prefer Bandai for the flipping part of the head. You know, instead of doing this, so it's really hard to do. This is not easy on the fingers. I mean, that little peg thing, you actually have to, so you can't just do that. You actually have to put pressure on it. With this one, you just barely push it. So that wins. This Bandai flip head wins for the flipping motion, the automorpher motion. But over in that, this has more articulation. This one has less articulation. They're both pretty much the same. This one's thicker in dimension here compared to this one. This one is a little bit, about half my finger here, right here, half of it, so it goes right there. This one is actually, wait. Yeah, this one's a little thicker. It's thicker up here, so yeah, this one's a little thicker, but it's okay. So let's talk about the new Super 7 Hasbro line. So, as you know, Super 7 has just brought out the Metallic Rangers. Now, the thing that kind of irritates me about the new Metallic Rangers is that they are based on these. I actually have a metallic White Ranger. And you know what? I'll be right back and I'll show you. But here's the automorphing Metallic Ranger. Now, this is pretty cool. So this is basically what the new Super 7 is based off of. Is these Metallic Rangers. Now, I only had this one. And if you're asking, where's the Green Ranger automorpher? Well, I don't know. Okay, I really don't know what happened to him. I had him as a kid. And when I found these automorphers back in my parents' house in the attic, I couldn't find him. I have the Dragon Sword and I have the Dragon Dagger that goes with him, but I couldn't find him. But anyways, so Super 7 is just releasing soon through Hasbro Pulse exclusives, the Metallic Rangers. Now, I think it's cool to see a 7-inch scale Metallic Rangers in one of the old-fashioned boxes. But the thing I think would have been cooler is that they made it as an automorpher, a 7-inch automorpher. So, yeah. So this is basically what you're going to be buying from Super 7. Because it even comes with the same weapon design, the same gray weapons, just 7 inches and no automorphing. So, if you're into the 7-inch scale, like I am, and you're into the chrome instead of being just standard paint, get ready, because that's what it should look like, the White Rangers, this Bandai one, just not automorphing. So anyways, are you excited for the new Super 7 Metallic Rangers? Let me know in the comments below. As you can see, I have tape on this one because this thing is so old it actually broke. And I won't take it off to automorph, but he can still automorph too. I really wish I could find the Green Ranger with the Bandai versions. I'm hoping one day that will happen. I'm hoping to find my Falcon Zord that I used to have, but again, I don't know what happened to that. But, you know, this video is based on these automorphers, and again, articulation, she wins. Automorphing, how easy the automorphing is, Kimberly wins. Overall look, they both look good. It just depends on what kind of look you're looking for. You're looking for that classic Bandai look, you know, with the symbol on the chest, or are you looking at the newer day Hasbro ones with it on the belt buckle? And then the new question is, what will the Playmates automorphers look like? Will they look like Bandai's with all the screws, or will they look like Hasbro's? I'm really hoping that they will not have so many screws in it. Maybe no screws. But thanks for watching, and I'm going to have to say 10 out of 10, just because it's a classic Bandai toy that's easy to automorph. 10 out of 10 for this one, the Dragon Slayer, because how easy it is to articulate. You have more articulation. And, yeah, I think it's fantastic. So, stay tuned for my next review. Maybe it'll be live. I was going to do this one live, but I decided I don't have time to sit down and do it live this time. If you guys want to see more live toy reviews, leave comments, like, subscribe, and remember, if we get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving this one away in the package. So, thanks for watching again, and I'll catch you on my next video. Peace.